Hi guys, Penny Rose Journals, how you doing? Okay, I was wandering around the room just looking at stuff and I came across these. You may have seen these before. They are sort of business-sized envelopes, but they are supposed to open at the short end. When I got these, I got them secondhand. I got them from a recycling centre. And they'd been wet, so they were all stuck shut. So I have many of these. There was a box full. And I brought them home and I've been just sort of cutting them in half and using them to package little journals and stuff. I use them for other things, but I have several here. I have like 6 halves of the envelopes, and they've just got decorative edge on them. I want to make them a bit smaller and I'm going to do something with them today. These are quite damaged. Like I say, they were wet before. They've also been coffee dyed, so they're a bit of a mess, to be honest. So I am just going to cut the tops off of them a little, just to shorten them down. Like I say, they're already half an envelope, but I want them to be slightly shorter. The pieces I cut off are just going in my scrap drawer. They'll get used for something along the way. And I'm just going to make pockets out of these. I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do today. I saw these all sitting in a pile and thought I would like to use them so I can put them away. So I wandered around my room a bit further, found a couple of pieces of packaging and thought, you know what, I'm just going to make some pockets that can be popped in a journal that have pockets on top of them. So I'm going to use the card, the packaging, as a base. I'm going to stick these little portions of envelope onto their respective little bases, and they can be used as flip outs if I decide to cover the back of the packaging, or they can be stuck down as quite a sturdy pocket on the page. And like I say, it'll be a pocket with 6 pockets on it. So you'll see how that's going to work as I go along. But first up, we're going to try to punch a half circle in these. Now, I know for a fact that my punch is not going to work. I try anyway. It doesn't work, of course. So luckily I didn't compress it the whole way, because it had already, you can feel when it's not working, it's just crunching up the paper. So I managed to push it out. I'm just going to use a piece of brown paper bag to pop in. Again, all the punch outs and the brown paper bag that is now full of sort of circle-ish shapes will just go in my scrap drawer and be used for collage fodder along the way. But I needed something to bulk up my paper so that I could get my punch through it. So I want to make a thumb notch in the front of each of these envelope pieces. So we'll get on with that, get that done, and then move on to the next step. Like I say, some of these pieces of envelope are quite damaged. I'm going to use a piece of this washi tape that I pick out. It's very old washi tape. I've had it for quite a long time. I believe it was a Tim Holtz washi tape. It's all old tickets, so I don't really like it a lot, to be honest. It's too bright. But I'm using bright yellow envelopes, so I'm not one to complain. This will match it quite nicely. I'm okay with it for this little project. So yeah, let's use a little bit of this up, and I'm just going to use it to patch up the tears in the envelope, just by popping a little ticket over them and around. I'll put it right around the edge of the envelope, and yeah, make sure it's quite sturdy. So I'm going to add a piece of this even to the pockets that are not damaged, just for continuity, I guess. And yeah, and then we'll get to sticking them down to our piece of backing. Well, I guess first we have to organise what we're going to do with the backing section, but yeah, we'll get to it. There's plenty of time. Now I'm going to glue each of these pockets on the back with a U shape, so that makes it into 2 pockets. Now as I'm stacking these pockets, you could just, with the top couple, glue down either side and not glue along the bottom. Then you would have a very deep pocket right down the back of all of the pockets. I didn't want to do that. I wanted all the pockets separate, so that's what I've done. I've done a U and stuck the envelope down, and then with the next one I've done a U around it and stuck it down, and of course the final one at the bottom. Whichever way you decide to do it, the final one needs to be stuck along the bottom. So yeah, and that's as simple as it is. That's, basically what came to mind while I was wandering around looking at things in my room. So that's this little project essentially done. I'm going to do the other one as well, of course. And yeah, then I thought I just couldn't leave them without having something in them. So we'll move on to making some little, I guess, journal cards to pop into our pockets. But first, let's finish both of these up. And what could be more simple to make some little journal cards out of than the phone book pages? So I'm going to first select a couple of these pages and I'll back them. Then I'm going to cut them to size and basically round the corners, ink around them, and that's all I'm going to do to them. Maybe down the track they'll get decorated further, but for now they're just simple little cards to slip into these pockets. These 2 pages will make enough for all the front pockets, and there's a couple of spares, but I decide I will go back and take 2 more pages out and back them and cut them slightly taller and use them for the back of the pockets. So I'll also put tabs on those ones just because I feel like it at the time. So anyway, they're going to be very, very simple. Yeah, I'm just, like I say, going to bag them and cut them out, and we'll be done with them basically. So, and they're nice and thin, so they will fit into these envelopes without providing too much bulk, which is always a good thing. Okay, I finished punching the corners there and inked around these off camera, and now they just slip straight into these pockets. That's the front pockets filled, of course. The back pockets, I decided I just can't leave well enough alone, and yeah, let's make some taller journal cards for those now. I have a quick look in my scrap drawer just now, and just find some little offcuts from when I was making some of those envelopes out of the encyclopedia pages. So I'm just going to use a few of those just to make the tab tops for these journal cards, just as something different. So yeah, I'm just picking out the ones that all seem to be about the same size, and that's just what I'll use. I'll just fold them in half and just use them as some little place you can grip your journal card on. Okay, so they're basically finished. We have 6 pockets with journal cards stuck to a larger pocket, however you'd like to glue it into your journal. So I think this was quite a successful little project, considering I didn't know what I was going to do when I sat down. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. I appreciate you sticking around for this long. Thank you very much for keeping me company. I appreciate you being here. And yeah, that's it for today, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.